This episode of the Gamerheads Podcast is brought to you by Seven Bridges Premium Gourmet Yum Yum Sauce. Enhance every bite with our savory blends of flavors, perfect for meats, vegetables, and crispy treats. Whether you're dipping, drizzling, marinating, grilling, roasting, or snacking, Seven Bridges Yum Yum Sauce takes your culinary experience to the next level. Get yours today and make every meal a gourmet delight.
Hi, I'm Celia Schilling from Yacht Club Games.
Hey, this is James from Mecha Studios.
Hey folks, this is Matt, aka Stormageddon from Reignite and the Fun and Games Podcast.
This is Stephanie from the Boss Rush Podcast and the Boss Rush Network.
Hey, this is Mark and Keon from Bunte Avond.
Hey, this is Sebastian with the ProNerdReport.com and the Single Player Experience Podcast.
Hi, this is Chris.
Mike.
And Garrett from Daylight Basement Studio.
Hey, this is Baron J67 from Level 1 Gaming.
Hi, I'm Jacob McCourt from the Left Behind Game Club, Crossplay Conversations, and Video Game Trivia.
Hey, this is Todd Mitchell from Code Right Play.
Salutations, this is Mike Carroll from Stroll Art.
Hey, this is Jeff Moonen from Fun and Games Podcast.
What's good, y'all? This is Adam from Respawn Aimfire.
Hey, this is Patrick from the Backlog Odyssey.
Hey, this is Rune from Runic Codes.
Hi, this is Andrew from Spalato Bros.
Hi everyone, Jill Grote here from the Indie Informer.
Hello, this is the Crypt Master, and you're listening to Roger you're listening to Roger on the Gamerheads Podcast.
And welcome to another episode of the Gamerheads Podcast. My name is Roger. Along with me this week, I have my good friends and co-hosts. I have Trina.
Hello.
And Zeb.
Hello.
And Asa.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome, listeners. We have a jam-packed show. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because, well, we're kind of on a time crunch. So hopefully we'll get through everything. This week, we're going to talk about... What was that, Asa?
It felt so directed. I'm sorry. I have a hard stop at 10.
That's okay. That's all right. I know you're an old man. I get it. So
I have to be up super early. Remember, I'm an hour behind.
That's true. I know. And that's why I was trying to start it early for you. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. We'll talk about the releases coming up this week. We are talking about games we're playing. And the hot topic this week is, are we drowning in too many good games? So to start us off as an icebreaker, I thought this would be a really good icebreaker tied to the hot topic. How many games are in your I'll get to it eventually list right now? So, Trina, I'll start with you. How many games are in your I'll get to it eventually list?
1,000,002.
Oh, wow. That's I'm impressed that you got it down to the number 2.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I didn't count actually, but there's a lot. I think because I am such a new gamer yet, like I can proudly say that, I guess, because Zeb keeps like saying, "You haven't played this game, you haven't played that game," and I'm just like,
oh, it hurts.
I don't know, I didn't grow up with these games, so like I'm trying to catch up on like the oldies but goodies, and then also the new stuff. Don't say
the oldies. By oldies, she means Halo.
I literally knew. I know. I'm like, that's not old. Stop.
I mean, it is old.
It is old. It's like, what is how old is
2001?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like over 20 years old, right?
No, the oldies are still NES, SNES, Sega Genesis.
No.
Okay, but I haven't played those games either, so
that's fine. You're not missing much.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was in diapers yesterday. Jeez.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of my problem too, is that I hold on to my old consoles, so I still have all these games that I didn't play for my old consoles. Yeah, I got a lot. I got so many. I mean, do you plan to go back and play some of these old games though?
Yeah, like, come on, what is happening?
They're on the list.
Oh,
I mean,
please,
a lot of the games have like been remastered or like available now on Steam or
it's not the same.
console. I know it's not the same, but I still can play through the story.
Like, Cyberpunk and 16, Final Fantasy 16. Those
Okay,
are old.
well, I said that. Like, there's some
Yeah.
older games I haven't played, but there's also new games that I'm trying to finish too. So
There's a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, how many games do you have in your backlog that you are like actively say these are games that I'm going to play? Do you think?
I don't know. If it helps, in my Steam library alone, this doesn't include games I have on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. I have 264 games. So.
Oh wow! Okay.
And on my wish list, this also includes games that have not come out yet. I have 170 games on my wish list.
Wow.
So there's so many games.
Yeah. What about you, Seb?
Oh man. Yeah, like 1,000,002. I mean, so like, yeah, there's like the indies that I miss from like last year and stuff. There's like Mouthwashing and Pacific Drive that I really need to get to, and I just keep hearing things about them even to this day. So like there's something special about those games if they're still hitting the social media feels every once in a while. And then there's like the big hitters. Like, I've never played Red Dead Redemption 2. And people are upset at me when I tell them that have played it. And like Silent Hill 2, I need to play. Metaphor, like there's too many. And I'm like trying to keep up with the new ones this year, so I don't get a backlog from this year.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah. What about you, Asa? As you're drinking, what?
I thought we were gonna have Zeb finish.
He finished, yeah. He
is
said,
that it?
"Listen, I have
Okay.
1,000,002." That was the end of, and he talked about like several of the games that he wants to play.
I thought it stopped a little bit more abruptly, but that was just in my head. I like every game. I am starting to like disconnect from the idea of a backlog because there's just always games that I want to play.
Yeah,
and I can't even, and I think like also like my situation is a lot different, right? Like I don't have as much free time to play games, so I'm even more picky and choosy. And if I'm being honest, like lately, and again, maybe it's I don't know what's in the air, anti-establishment stuff. Like I'm trying to like de-technologically do things. And so I've been going back and like playing older stuff. Like my Dreamcast is plugged in right now. I've been playing my Game Boy Advance a ton, just like going back and like either playing something again or like playing a game I hadn't picked up before. But like I'm still playing like some recent things here and there. So I just like I also can't let anything go. I'm about to finish this, even though I'm like, let's be honest, like when am I going back to God of War 2018?
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the same boat because like same with you. My time is like minimal. So for me, I mean, I look at my backlog and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like I have games from this is embarrassing. I have games that are still wrapped from PlayStation 2. And my wife is like, are you ever going to play this? Well, it's embarrassing because I bought it. Like, so what happens is I buy games on sale. And you know, especially with like the Steam summer sale that's going on. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to buy that. I've always wanted to play that game. Oh, that's only like $3. I'll buy it now. And then it just sits in my, you know, in my library. It's like, am I ever going to play it?
Oh yeah.
So
Everyone.
yeah, so that's where like, yeah, most of my backlog happens because I'll buy it because it's on sale. I'm like, oh, that's on sale. And then, like I said, I keep every system that I own. So I have games like, you know, from the Wii that I'm like, I never played this game. I intend to play it at some point, but I haven't played it yet. And then it's really funny when my wife is like, why is this game wrapped? And then it's a collector's item. That's why. Yeah, collector's item.
Yeah.
I got a quick question. Like, can I piggyback on that? Like,
yeah,
for a second? because I also have another common affliction where, because like we do, like, you know, we podcast, like we cover games and stuff.
Yeah.
I will often will play almost every single release game, but just for like a couple days. And I'm just like, just so I can get a good feel of it. And then like, I haven't played a game to completion in a while, and it's not because I'm not a real gamer. I just don't have that kind of time, but I still want to play a game enough to like, oh, okay, like I catch a vibe with it. And then just kind of like, you know, move on. Like, I want to be able to talk about it if I need to talk about it. And I'm also like interested, like Indiana Jones. When that came out, I was super stoked. I was like, oh, I can't wait to beat this game.
Yeah.
Please. I played that game for a weekend, and a weekend for me is like 10-ish hours of free time. Like if that. So that's about how much time I'm putting in sometimes.
Yeah. So I want to get Zeb and Trina's thoughts on this too. I'll share my thoughts on this quick. Just because I've been, I mean, same with you, Asa, like I've been reviewing for a long time now. Like I say a long time, but like 9 years, which is a long time. In my books, I guess. I think that's the hardest thing that people don't realize. And I guess I want to get your thoughts on this too, since you're both, I don't want to say new, because I mean, Zeb, you're the newest on the team, but
I'm the baby.
You're the baby. But I think like people don't realize, like when you start reviewing games, of like, oh, that might mean that it cuts into my gaming of like enjoyment, like gaming. And not that I don't enjoy the games I'm reviewing, because I do. But there's games on my backlog that I'm like, oh, like Indiana Jones, like, oh, I have to get back to it. But oh, here comes another game that I want to review, right? So it keeps compiling on to the point where that's where a lot of my backlog happens. So a lot of my gaming for entertainment, just pure entertainment, is put to the back burner because of reviews. And I think that's one thing that people that have reviewed for Gamerheads have struggled with in the past. And I guess I want to ask Zeb and Trina, like, what are your thoughts? Because you both are, again, not new, but relatively new to reviewing for Gamerheads. Like, I guess what has your experience been?
Sorry. Okay. I think I struggle with this. I do like going to events like PAX, for example, because I can get a whole bunch of games under my belt in a short amount of time, and then I can just like write about them. But when it's in my everyday like life, it is like that constant struggle of like, oh, all my friends are playing Warframe or Final Fantasy or whatever, but I have this game that I really want to play, but I want to play with my friends, you know? And so it's kind of like being choosy with like my time of when do I play this game. Maybe they're all offline for a little bit and I can play it. Or I just got to play it when they're all online and get through as much as I can. And I will say, like, if I really vibe with the game, I try to get through it. But for the most part, I usually don't finish a lot of them because it's just time and having that constant battle of my own personal life plus, you know, gaming for enjoyment, right? So
could I ask to that, and then hopefully Zeb, like when you answer, you can add this to it too. Like, is any part of it also like the time commitment for the game? So like, I got really far in Avowed, but like Avowed is like a hundreds of hours kind of game. Like if it was something a little bit smaller, I have a little bit more push to try and roll credits, because like I've rolled credits, but you know what I mean. Like, is that part of it at all for you too?
A little bit. Like smaller games like Duck Detective, for example, like that one's only like 4 to 6 hours, I think. So those are a little bit easier for me to just like spend 1 or 2 sessions, get through it, and I'm good. And I enjoy the game. I want to finish it. I want to know the end. Whereas like a longer game, like, will definitely take me a while, and I usually just try to get that feel for what the game is and how it plays.
Yeah, I think that's the same kind of as what Trina said. There's the games that I've reviewed, I'll play them, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's the credits. Then yeah, in terms of like the games I want to play and stuff. I think it's also dependent on what kind of games. Like Trina brought up Warframe and Final Fantasy. Like if you're playing a lot of multiplayer games with friends, it's a lot harder to just like break away from that crowd for a minute and for a few hours and play a single player game where you're probably going to want to like get rid of all distractions because you are like actually reviewing the game and stuff like that. And then single player, if you're just like mainly playing single player games, because I've also gotten into that rut where I'm just like, I don't really care about Warframe right now or Final Fantasy, so I'm a week of single player games. It's a lot easier, especially if you're just in the middle of a single player game, to just take a break from that game and go play a different game, because you're not, the fear of missing out isn't there for that kind of game. But when you're watching your friends grind, you're like, oh, I need that too. They're going to get it before me. Oh, that's not cool. I want to play Warframe now.
I know. Actually, that's the thing that I'm struggling with, because you all play Warframe a lot. And I'm like, I want to play more Warframe with all of you. But between, personal life and, my real job, it's hard. It's hard to do. And then I review games on the side. So it's like, well, I have a commitment to those review games. So I have to do those first. And if it means that I only have like 3 hours, right, this weekend, or 4 hours this weekend to play games, that means I'm committing it to the game that I'm reviewing. And yeah, I mean, I just, I think that people don't realize like how much of a time commitment reviewing games really does take. And I mean, it is fun. I'm not saying it's not fun. I enjoy reviewing games a lot, but it means that the games that I do buy end up going to my backlog because I'm like, well, I'll get to those eventually, right? And that's okay. It's fine. I mean, I will also say reviewing games has opened my taste to a bunch of different genres and as well. I would not have known I was such a huge fan of deck builders or roguelikes if I didn't review games. And now I'm like, oh, there's a deck builder? I need to go play that game. So anyway, I just wanted to get a sense of like what everybody's list looks like, and it sounds like they're all like mine, so that's great.
1,000,002.
1,000,002 games. All right, well, let's move on, and I want to talk about the releases that are coming up this week. This is for July the 13th through the 17th. I'll go through a list of games where they're coming out on, and then I'll ask all of you if there's any of those games that you're planning to pick up. We just talked about backlog building, right? So,
the bad thing is there is. I already know.
I know, me too. I already have one pre-ordered. We'll get to it in a little bit here. On July the 15th, we have Eden Zero coming on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC. Eric's Home, I think that's how you pronounce that. The Stolen Dream, that's coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on the 15th as well. On the 16th, we have Hunter x Hunter, Nen X Impact, that's coming out on PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC on the 16th. On the 17th, we have Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Switch 2, Neon Abyss 2. Oh, I didn't know that was coming out. Well, that's early access on the 17th. Also, RoboCop, Rogue City, Unfinished Business on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on the 17th. And then also on the 17th, Shadow Labyrinth, that's coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, Switch, and PC. And The Wandering Village is also coming out. I think it looks like on the 17th, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and X, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
So that's coming out to early access then.
I think so.
That's cool.
Yeah. Anything on that list that anyone's picking up this week?
Donkey Kong and Shadow Labyrinth.
Oh, you are picking up Shadow Labyrinth.
I've been very interested in that ever since they showed the trailer, and then I watched the I'm blanking on the Amazon Prime anthology series where they took video games.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. I'm blanking on the name of it right now, but I watched they did a Shadow Labyrinth episode, and I was like,
they did.
I am much more interested in this game now, and like more. I thought it was just like a darker Pac-Man, but I mean it is that, but there looks to be an interesting story from at least the episode, if that's sticking to that story anyway. So both games I'm excited for as soon as I'm back from TennoCon. It's gonna be all about Donkey Kong.
TennoCon's this week. I forgot about that too. What about you, Asa? Anything on this list you're picking up?
I mean, there's a lot of good games there. The only one that I would pick up if I could, though, like at the drop of a hat, would have been Donkey Kong, but I don't have a Switch 2 right now.
Yeah. Donkey Kong looks really good.
Yeah, Donkey Kong looks really good.
Yeah. I think this is the game that is going to convince people to get a Switch 2.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It looks just as fun as Astrobot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
What about you, Trina?
I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up this week just because of TennoCon, but eventually I will pick up Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Are you a Donkey Kong fan or just a fan of platformers?
I like platformers, but I also like the fact that you can literally destroy everything.
yeah,
and
that's really cool.
Some days after work, I just need that. So,
yeah, it was exciting to me to know that the team behind Mario Odyssey worked on this game, so that's really cool.
This will be my second Nintendo game
ever.
Are we gonna get into that right now?
Wait, what?
It's kind of. I mean, okay, so I technically beat Mario Kart World, but does anyone count beating that? And then I actually played my first Zelda game, like a real Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom, and beat that. So
wait, what?
Donkey Kong
and that was your first Nintendo game?
Yeah, I mean, like that was my first official Nintendo game.
Wait, what? You've never played like any of the Mario Brothers games at all?
No.
None?
And so earlier when I brought up, oh, you should play the NES and SNES, and you were like, it's not important. You've never even played them.
Okay, so I tried to play Ocarina of Time, and the controllers are jank. All right, they got to get that stuff figured out because it has to be like Tears of the Kingdom controls. It's bad enough that I kept hitting B when I thought I was hitting A, and hitting A when I thought I was hitting B, because Nintendo has to be different and freaking flip it. And it's like,
I can't. Have you never played Mario 3?
No.
You've never played. Have you never?
It's not even. I mean, Super Mario World.
Have you played Super Mario Brothers, the first one?
Like I've played maybe a couple levels at my aunt's, but I've never beaten any Mario game. So my plan is my plan is for Nintendo. I'm catching up. All right, my plan is Donkey Kong this next week.
Okay,
and then I'm gonna do Mario 3D World because I did see some gameplay and that looks like really fun.
Yeah, it's
like
really good.
Fun.
Yeah,
so,
it's
I'm
really
gonna play
good.
that.
Okay.
And then probably Metroid Dread because that also looks really good.
Oh, Metroid Dread.
And I'm also looking forward to Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, you've never played any of the Metroid. Have you played Super Metroid?
No, I've never played any Metroid. But
I
always thought they looked fun because I'm like, oh, it's like a Nintendo first-person shooter. But I'm like, I'll wait till like a new, better-looking one comes out. And what do you know? What's going on? Just like Donkey Kong. 20 years later, I'm getting a real good-looking Donkey Kong, so I don't have to play the looking ones, the ones that look like a moving PNG.
I just want to call out, if you're just listening,
yeah,
Asa is actually dying right now.
Yeah,
so.
I was just gonna say he's just like sitting in his chair. He doesn't really know what to say or do at this point.
PlayStation 1,
I see
2,
that. I see that.
I do have the Switch 1 behind me and the Switch 2 in front of me. So.
Okay. So first of all, do you have the Switch Online? Do you have the online?
Jake has been so generous to add me to his family plan.
Okay, so you do. Okay, so here's my goal going forward. I know we talked about backlog. I'm gonna every week I'm gonna give you a game. Not every week, probably every 2 weeks. I'm gonna give you a game. An old game that you need to play. And I want
Trina has to do this too because she's also just as behind.
Well, that's a
she
good
has some
point.
Nintendo
Actually, that's a good
Switch too.
point. Actually, that's
I've got to edit a bunch of things for the channel.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so this is our goal: is to get them up to speed with some of the classic.
I mean, I guess I played Pokemon.
Okay, have you played like? I know this is not Nintendo. Well, that's not Nintendo, but it appeared on Nintendo first with like Mega Man. You never played like a Mega Man game?
No. No Sonic, no Mega Man.
Well, Sonic wasn't Nintendo, so. But you never played.
I played Smash Bros. Once,
Okay.
and it was okay. So this was when I first met my partner, and she recorded my gameplay because I was so bad, and showed it to her friends because I kept killing myself and stuff because I kept falling off, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and so I was like, I'm never playing Smash Bros. Ever again.
Wait, so I mean, you never played the original Legend of Zelda?
No.
Wow. You're missing. You never played Castlevania, and I know again that's not Nintendo IP, but it first appeared in Nintendo.
But come on, yes, like
I played Vampire Survivors, so
stop.
Now I'm just willing. Now I'm actually just trolling.
Yeah. I get
I'll just add to the heartbreak. A lot of those games that you just called off, I've never played either. So
I don't.
But
Okay.
I have at least played a lot of Mario on like Zeb.
No,
yeah, okay.
I was a Crash boy, all right? Crash Bandicoot. That was my Mario.
That's fair. I mean, that's a fair.
But it's
Crash
still,
Team
at
Racing?
that time, you what?
My parents didn't give me a Nintendo. I had a Game Boy. That was it. And then my
Okay.
parents. But, so I played Asteroids.
Did you play Donkey Kong 96? No, 94? Is it 96? 94? 94? Donkey Kong 94.
No, I've never played a
you need to
Donkey
play
Kong
that.
game.
That is a really good Donkey Kong game. You need to play that one. That's on the Switch online, by the way. You can play that on Switch.
Damn, I feel disrespected.
Hey, I will say, Tears of the Kingdom, beautiful game. Nintendo, what do you know? They do know how to make a good game.
I mean, yes, it's a great game, but I'm just.
Now, you can play Wind Waker now. You can play Wind Waker.
True.
The GameCube?
I didn't have a GameCube. My parents got me the PlayStation 2 instead.
So you never played like
play one in the store? Just show up at somebody's house?
I mean, I played Time Splitters 2 on the GameCube. That's about.
Okay, I mean that's that's something. I get it. I get it because like Asa and I are I don't know if Ace is that much older than you, but I'm much older than you. So I grew up like
Zeb and I are very close in age.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
that's why I'm losing my mind right now.
I know. I was gonna say like it doesn't make much sense now that I say this out loud because for me, like Nintendo, like we had Atari. Well, we had a Pong machine, and then we had Atari. And like when NES came out, that was just like so mind blowing. Like it was crazy how mind blowing it was. And Super Nintendo then was just like, oh my goodness, like you can take games that look like this, like the arcade, and play it on Super Nintendo. This is unbelievable. And then the N64 I didn't play much of it. I actually moved to the PlayStation at this point. And then GameCube I didn't own, but I owned a Wii that could play GameCube games, and the next system I owned was a Wii. So I get there might be gaps. I get that. But it just shocks me a little bit.
It's not a
that
gap.
you're
There's
like,
a whole.
yeah, like, that's not a gap. There's like
there's no beginning until.
I can't believe that you haven't played. This is your second Nintendo game. Like that to me is like mind blowing. Which is cool, like, because you know what's exciting for that? Because now I can introduce you to a bunch of games and be like, Zeb, check out this game.
But Zeb just said there's so many, not even gonna trifle. Like done. Nah.
No. I think start with.
I'll try.
I would normally say start with Super Mario Brothers, but I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna say actually start with Mario. I'm going to say Mario 3 or Super Mario World, like one of those two.
Super Mario World.
Yeah,
I would say over 3.
Yeah, I agree. Like I think you would appreciate Super Mario World. It's really good. Same with you, Trina. Like I think you both should play that game. Because you've not played that game either, have you, Trina?
I don't think so. What's the one that you told me to play that has like the music and it's like double levels and I can't think of the name of it.
Music and has double levels.
Like a Mario game, but like every level has like 2 levels in it because there's like the secrets and then.
Oh no, that's Mario Wonder. That's
Wonder,
like a new. That's a new.
one.
That's a new one. That's a good one too. That's a good one too.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Mario Wonder. What's interesting about Mario Wonder? It harkens back to the original Mario Brothers. Because of all the secrets you can find in that game, because there's a lot of secrets you can find in the original Super Mario Brothers, and that's what they were trying to tap into with Mario Wonder. Yeah. Okay. Well. Well.
Really spiraled.
Yeah, sure did.
Donkey Kong is coming.
We're just learning things, you know.
We are. Well, let's move into our next topic of what games we're currently playing. Ace, I'll start with you. What games are you currently playing?
I wish you wouldn't have asked me that. Because I haven't played a video game in like a week. No, that actually is not true. But I've just been playing like a ton of Toontown and
Doomtown?
Toontown.
Oh, Toontown. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I went back to RuneScape.
You did?
Oh, no.
I know. I just have been feeling really inspired to go back into RuneScape. But then, in a more modern perspective, I've been playing so much Mecha BREAK. Like whenever I get a chance,
how is that?
I jump in Mecha BREAK. It's really good.
It's a free to play,
really
right?
Good. Yeah, it's free to play. It feels very much like a Gundam game, virtual on, like just a classic, like fast-paced mech game with a lot of the modern, like tricks of the trade that you expect to see. Like honestly, I could see like the Warframe crowd kind of connecting with Mecha BREAK a little bit. But yeah, like if you're a Gundam sicko or any like Gunpla, or you like just like big robots, like this is it's a great game.
Yeah,
Like
as
Zeb.
Zeb turns around and looks at all the mechs behind him there.
Oh yeah, like what are you even doing, Zeb?
Why aren't you playing that game, Zeb?
This is like my favorite freaking thing ever. Yeah, I'll play that.
You can't see, like I got a ton of Gundam stuff over here, and then I just got some more models up here. I got to build. Yeah. What are you doing?
Wait,
Zeb,
can I ask a question kind of tied to this that kind of ties back to games we never played? And I'm going to ask, have you ever watched the Macross or Robotech series at all? Anyone?
Oh, Robotech. I have the PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah. Have you seen the show though? Have you watched the whole cartoon? Okay.
Macross is good too.
Macross is good too. Trina, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Robotech was foundational.
Yeah, Robotech was really good. Like to me, can I spoil Robotech? Is that can I do that? It's like 30 years old, right?
Just say spoiler warning. I mean,
spoiler warning
it still holds
for
up though.
Those that have never seen Robotech.
But you should, if you like mecha, like you like.
Yeah,
anime,
you should watch it. Like for sure,
you should watch it.
Yeah.
It's quick.
The moment that there's two moments that blew my mind in Robotech, but the one that blew my mind was when now I can't think of their names, but the villains turned out to be actually just like the warriors for a different race, and they all turned against their oppressors. Like that was like crazy to me. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh wow, it was so epic. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good moment.
So good.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Anyway, Robotech.
Nerds.
Yeah, we're nerds. Yeah, for sure. No, it's a good story. It's a good story. It's a really good story. It's like what happens when these aliens invade and we're not prepared at all.
Yeah.
We get our asses kicked.
And the games are really good too. Like if you're not gonna watch the anime, like play the game.
Yeah, but you should watch the anime because it's really good. It's like I don't know, foundational. Like,
yeah, it's a weekend watch too. Like, I feel like,
yeah,
if you're committed.
Yeah. Anything else?
I've been dabbling in fighters for a while, just kind of like jumping around from one to one. So I spent a lot of time this weekend in Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I can never let that one go. But I've been trying to get back into Guilty Gear as well. So yeah, I growing up with the older consoles and playing them, there were a lot of great foundational fighters. And so I feel like if you grew up in the era, like everybody played Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, like and just all these games. So like I was a big fighter kid, and like this past year, I've been getting back into fighters. I might do a tournament. I don't know. I'm still trying to find like what out of the games that are active right now, which ones I really vibe with, because I haven't quite landed. It might be Tekken, but I haven't decided.
Tekken's really good.
Yeah,
Tekken's really good.
But there's a lot.
Virtual Fighter's very good too.
Keep going.
Virtual Fighter 2 is one of my
Virtual
Fighter 2 is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and Virtual Fighter's coming back. So
yeah, that's cool. The drunken kung fu master guy is so awesome.
Yeah,
he was very cool. Cool. What about you, Zeb? What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of Blueprints.
Oh, Blueprints is so good.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's one of those games where I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what to do anymore, and then all of a sudden, you just kind of look at something just at a different angle, and you're like, huh, wait a second. And me and my partner have been just following those paths over and over again, and without spoiling anything, I just feel like we're getting close to, or I mean, I feel confident we're gonna be able to fill that trophy case out pretty easily.
Nice.
So I like that. And then besides that, just a lot of Warframe with Trina and Jake and our other friends that are kind of helping us grind and stuff. And I don't know, it's been a lot of fun. Just easy grinding. I don't know.
Well, it's funny because before the show started, I was asking you a lot of questions around the lore of Warframe.
Yes.
Which is really funny because, like, there's a gap that I don't know enough about Warframe to like, and you're like blowing my mind with some of the lore, and I was like, what? That's crazy. What? So I think that's the crazy thing about our industry is just that there's so much, right? And that's what we're going to get into here a little bit. There's just so much that you can like become an expert in something and like totally miss out on other things, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Like
that's really cool.
I feel like you could ask us anything about Destiny. We'd probably be able to answer the same.
See,
thing,
for sure.
See, I couldn't. All I can tell you is I beat it. I beat Destiny 2.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I beat the guy.
You did that raid?
In the beginning of the game, you fight this guy, you kill him, and roll credits. Game's over. It took me half an hour.
He beat the guy in Red War, the boss.
Yeah.
in Red War.
Well,
Callis?
Yeah, so like the original story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the credits rolled, and I was cool. I was like, I did it. I don't know why
the game that no longer exists.
Yeah, so, I know. That's the crazy thing. I can't even jump into this game anymore. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. How did I get warped to this place? What's happening here?
But if you had watched one Star Wars movie, would you just say, I've watched Star Wars? Could you say that?
If I watched New Hope, maybe.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
I would also say, like...
But you played Destiny 2, not 1.
That's true.
But, like, if you didn't, like... It didn't, like, light you on fire, you could be like, yeah, I watched Star Wars.
That's true.
And,
I guess.
like, you watched it, and you don't really care to watch any, like...
Yeah. I would say if you watched The Phantom Menace and said I watched Star Wars, I'd be like, I don't think you did.
Yeah.
I'm a Phantom Menace apologist.
Are you?
So much.
I mean, Duel of Fates.
Listen, the music is fantastic. The music,
world building with Naboo, the Gungan city, just like it's so good.
I went out and bought all these Star Wars toys when that movie came out. I bought that poster where it has young Anakin and the shadow is Darth
such a
Vader.
good poster.
Well, I
love
know.
that
I
poster.
was like so hyped. You have no idea, because I saw Return of the Jedi in the theaters, and I was so excited to see the next movie in the theaters. And then I was like, "What is this? What is this? This is terrible."
It's not that bad.
Watching it
further
again, it's
reflection.
not as bad, except the fact. Well, that's a
This is a whole
thing for
topic.
it's a whole conversation for a different.
I think it's better than Attack of the Clones, but
Yeah, some. I mean, okay, another conversation. Trina, what have you been playing?
Outside of Warframe and Final Fantasy 14, the only other game I've really played right now is Mario Kart World, because I just got that Switch 2.
Did you get a first place on a knockout yet?
No.
Have you used that?
I did.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I got first place when we did our own. We played a knockout together.
Oh,
I keep getting second. NPCs are mean.
Yeah.
And
It's
friends, apparently.
I'm in first. I don't know what's happening back there.
Whatever.
Mario
I don't
Kart
know.
World is really
Jake,
good.
Zeb, and I's friendship after that match, it was.
We got tested.
We
Just
were
like
very
I heard.
strange.
I hear that Jake got really like competitive with Mario Kart World.
He threatened to quit.
What?
He's like, I'm going to be done. I'm like, no, you're not. One more. He's like, okay. And then he got so happy when he won a couple races in the cup. And
wow.
He's very competitive. Like, it was a different side of him I've never seen.
Mario Kart brings out a different side in everybody.
I can't wait till we play Mario Party together.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's coming out later this year too, or later this month actually. I think. Yeah, later this month. Well, I mean the Switch 2 version. So, anything else, Trina?
Nope, just a lot of Warframe, just because I want to be up
Yeah.
to snuff for this week. So
Yeah.
I don't want to look silly when I get asked a Warframe question or they're talking about something at a panel this week, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah,
So hopefully I'm good.
Yeah. For me, I reviewed the game Missile Command Delta. The review is up on the site right now. It is completely different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be Missile Command, but it's not. It's like, first of all, it's more of a turn-based strategy, which was cool. Like, I actually preferred that than the original Missile Command. So the turn-based strategy aspect is really cool. But what I didn't expect was that it's like a thriller. It's like a visual novel thriller. These 4 kids go into a bunker. It's their last day of high school, and they're like, let's go do something fun and exciting our last day of high school. So they break into an old Cold War bunker. One of the characters, her mom is like military, and so she asked her a lot of questions and like figured out how to get into she was asking her secretly like questions, and then they broke into the bunker. And then when you break in the bunker, you turn on the power, and all of a sudden like these terminals start popping up, and you start playing the game, start doing these terminals, kind of like war games. That's what it reminds me a lot of. That's an old movie, Trina, from the 80s. I don't know if you, exactly. Matthew Broderick was in that movie.
It's pretty good.
It's really good, actually.
Who?
Yeah.
Ferris
Bueller. Yeah.
Oh, I know that guy.
Okay, thank you. If you said who, Inspector Gadget was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I was going to say Inspector Gadget might
Everyone's
be...
going to think I've lived under a rock growing up.
You
I just
have.
was in literally every activity ever, and I didn't have time
But
to watch
so
TV
was
or
I.
play games or watch movies.
I was so active. I had so many after school things, and I managed. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, but to be fair to Trina, like War Games isn't like when somebody says to me, pick your top 5 movies from the 80s. It's not going to be War Games. It's not going to be on that list. Like, it's not.
No, but you have to watch, or at least watch like I Love the 80s on VH1. You know what I mean? Like, where they kind of give you a crash course on the decade. And so you're like, oh, okay, I've never seen it.
Does that
but
exist
totally
for
know
every
what it is.
decade? Because then I would really catch up.
Actually, that it was so big they branched off, and I think the last one they did was I Love the 2000s, and it's just like before 2010.
Wow.
Well, that
I remember
doesn't
when
help me for
VH1
the
used to play
10s.
music.
Oh, don't be one of those.
Don't go
boomers.
there. Next thing we're going to talk about MTV.
Yeah,
MTV music videos.
Yeah. So anyway, Missile Command Delta. So these kids break into this bunker, and all this shit starts happening, and I don't want to spoil it because you have to play the game, but it turns into be kind of a thriller. Like, and the choices that you make seem to be really, well, they are meaningful choices because, like, I talked about somebody who I thought was doing something, and then they're like, "You're talking shit about me," and I'm like, "No, I didn't know. Like, you heard me. First of all, there's some weird stuff going on. Like, phrases start coming on the panel saying like, "Don't trust this person." It's crazy. It's like it's kind of spooky a little bit. And so the one thing I said in my review is it's an interesting thing because they're combining 2 genres, a visual novel, like thriller type game, and a strategy turn-based game. And I really enjoyed the strategy turn-based. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was cool. But eventually it started getting in the way of me just experiencing the story. And I was just like, I just want the story now. Like, I just want to find out, like, but there's stops, obviously. Like, oh, you have to go train on these terminals because you got to defend the city from actual attacks that are happening. It's cool. It's a cool game. So you should check it out. I played on the Switch too. You can read our review on gamerheadspodcast.com. All right. So that takes us to our final topic here. And our final topic is, main topic is, are we drowning in too many good games? So first of all, I guess I'll just open up the question. Are we drowning in too many good games? Trina is shaking her head yes. I think Zeb was
Is drowning
yes
me
as well.
bad?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure this is a good thing. Like, so I think back to when I was growing up, and there wasn't a lot of games that were released. Like, I think you'd be lucky if you're like, well, we got like 10 games released this year. It felt like that, at least 10 good games, right? And you'd be like excited about that. And now it feels like, boy, we get like 20 good games in a month. Like, what is happening here? And I think that because of that, games can get lost. And it becomes like, Asa, you mentioned this before, like, I need to play a game just a little bit to get a feel of it so I can talk about it. And I feel like that's where we're at. Like, there's like a little bit of FOMO of like, oh, I got to play this game because I want to be part of that conversation. And 2 weeks from now, that conversation's gone. It's going to be the next hot game that's coming out. So I guess I would ask, like, is that a bad thing? I mean, I kind of think it is, but I guess I would ask all of you.
I don't know if it is a bad thing. I'd have to sit on that a little bit more because I mean, I don't know. I like just because I can see both sides. Like when you had sent me like the topic, I was kind of like just doing some writing about it. And I think like so we love indie games, right? And I feel like the big boom of indie games, like when we really started to see them get critical acclaim, is kind of when this started. Because you started seeing all of these smaller developers putting out titles that were stealing attention away from the bigger players. And so then you really started to see Xbox and PlayStation start to really heavily invest in indies, and then that just kind of blossomed. And so now like you'll see, but then the thing is that also inspired so many creatives and developers to be like, well, I have a story I want to tell. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that's where it's like, I don't think it's a bad thing,
Yeah.
you know, that we're getting so many games, because people should be able to create their art. But from like a consumer standpoint and oversaturation, I think it definitely can be, because you had that renaissance in gaming with indie. And now I would say indie at times is much larger than AAA, and especially when studios were like, oh, we're gonna do quadruple A. We're like, okay, nobody cares about quadruple A, but everybody cares about indies, and indies are only continuing to get bigger and bigger and dominate conversations.
Yeah. Let me ask you all this question, because I agree with you in the fact that even from a consumer standpoint, I think it's pretty cool the fact that we have so many games to choose from. And like, this is what I tell people, like when people say, oh, I'm not really a gamer, I'm like, but you are. I can guarantee you I can find you a game that you will enjoy, because there's so many things out there. But the question then I have is, when a good game comes out, and there's so many good games out there, like, does it hurt from a marketing standpoint, like the fact that they're competing with other really, really good games out there, and do they get lost in the shuffle? So Trina, I'll turn to you. What are your thoughts on that?
I think they do get lost in the shuffle. Just to kind of go back to the previous question just a little bit, like when I first started gaming, like actually started gaming, I didn't play a whole lot of indies, and it might have just been like the people I was around, but like some of the indie games I played were just, you know, ones that were, you know, top of the market, like people were really hyped about them, but I didn't really like know the term indie games at the time. I just played games that I thought interesting, right? And now as I have moved into this role of it was content creator before, but now really a journalist, I mean, I know what indie is, and I do think it is, there's so many indie games out there. And thinking back to like my experience at PAX West and even East, but especially West, like I played several indie games that came out shortly after PAX West, and I was just slightly disappointed in the fact that other people weren't just as hyped as I was about certain games, and I wanted them to do really well because it was such a great game. And so like even just my own personal self was trying to promote it a little bit, but I do think because there are so many games out there that they just get kind of lost in the shuffle. I think too with Blue Sky, it's been a little bit easier to kind of discover some of those indie games as well. But again, it's just there's so many good games out there, and as we all said before, we've got 1,000,002 games to play that it's just hard to keep up with everything, and I just want to play them all. But
yeah. Zeb, I have this next question for you. I'll let you take this one. Is the way we talk about games through social media, TikTok, Blue Sky, things like that, does that change which ones get noticed?
Oh yeah, it has to. I mean, like, I'll be honest, if Blue Sky hadn't blown up about 1,000 times Resist last year, I probably wouldn't have known about it, and I'm glad it did, because that was probably one of my most impressionable games, not of just last year, but since I started gaming, I feel like. And so I think you need that social media presence, at least somewhat. You can't just dismiss it and be like, oh, my game will talk for itself. No, you need to at least put some effort in promos, getting content creators to at least play your game for a few hours, to get that out there on Twitch, on the front page, something like that. Like, people, or else it does get lost in the shuffle. I mean, like Clear Obscure Expedition 33, that hit hard. That they're like, here's our voice actors, like, and they like A-list after A-list person, and then they went hard on social media and like said, like, here's like, just listen to the music just a little bit, and like there's so many things to get people hooked. And so yeah, and you're gonna get that, which now is still being talked about, and I'm gonna be surprised if it stops being talked about before Game of the Year, because I'm pretty sure that's like, I'm calling it now. That's probably going to be the winner.
Mm.
I don't know of any bigger games coming out besides Donkey Kong, which I mean, could be like Astrobot and steal the show. I don't know. But you got those big, like, you need presence, or else, I mean, we're just in like you said, a saturated market now where if you're hoping for your game to speak for itself, it's not gonna swim very far.
Yeah. This question I'll let all of you answer. As reviewers, do we have a responsibility to help curate and surface the best games?
I wouldn't say the best games, but games for like, because everyone has different types, right? Everyone has different tastes. So we write about a game, and if that person reads it and goes, okay, this feels like a game for me, then they'll play it. I think we have a responsibility to show people, is this a game for them, or should I wait for the next review and see if that one's for them?
I think to add to that, we write about what our experience is and how we felt playing the game, or make a video about it or whatever. And so if someone can relate to how we felt, that might make them feel a little bit more compelled to actually try that game or check it out as well.
What are your thoughts, Asa?
All of that. I also think that there is, like, from a marketing standpoint, a lot more of a focus on finding folks that have influence or that are writing for a site but are in the circles already. So like especially like for me, for example, because I'm playing like Battle for the Grid, right? This game came out a long time ago. Like, is this something that's worth still playing? I guess is kind of like what you hope people get from like writing a review. And so like I went and watched IGN's old review because I was like, oh, I can't remember what they gave it. And so I saw it and I was like, wow, that's like really low. But then I went and found somebody who writes about games, but they're a huge Power Rangers fan. So I was like, let me, like, give me that added experience, that flavor to your article. And I already like your writing style, but something a little bit more tailored because I want to look at it from a fan perspective. What would you give it? And so I feel like you're starting to see more weight in that kind of regard when it comes to writing and content.
Yeah. I agree with all of your points. I think that for us, I think our responsibility is to highlight what we got out of the game, right? And our experience, and hopefully that resonates with other people, and that they can see it too. But again, these are like our reviews, and while we try to be objective as possible, there is some subjectivity to it, right? Like, and just because maybe we gave it like a like a C or a B or something because we do letter grades, doesn't mean that it won't be a great game for other people. Like, other people would enjoy that too. But I do think that our responsibility is to be as transparent as possible and show like what our experience was with the game. But I also think that there are a lot of games out there that wouldn't get the light of day if it wasn't for small independent journalists like ourselves, right? So I will say this, like, one of the moments that I was actually most proud of, there was 2 sites that I knew of that reviewed Balatro right away. It was the Indie Informer and it was the Gamerheads Podcast. Like, those were the first two sites that had reviews of Balatro up there and singing the praises of Balatro. And then all of a sudden, like, it caught, like, what is this game? Where did this come out of nowhere? And it's kind of fun to hear, like, when I hear like bigger outlets on podcasts and stuff like that talk about, oh, I didn't know about, not Balatro, but like other games. They'll talk like, I had never heard of this game before. I'm like, I have actually. Like, that's kind of cool that, like, I actually have heard of that game and it didn't come out of nowhere. It, like, there was good marketing behind it, and I knew like, I saw a lot about this game and I knew it was going to be a good game. So I do think, as a small independent games journalist site, I think we have a important role in highlighting games that we think deserve to be spotlighted, and that's what's cool about our industry right now too, is that there's a lot of different places you can get your information from, right? And unfortunately, some places are being shut down, but there are plenty of other spaces where you can find reviews and news and articles and get that flavor. So, okay, that was it. That's what I have. Any final thoughts on that? I don't know.
Nope. So many games. 1,002.
So many games. 1,002.
1,000. We're going down.
Yeah, it was
a million. 1,000,002.
Yeah.
No.
1,002 just this month, actually.
Yeah, just this month.
Before we head out, why don't we tell people how they can find us on social media? Asa, how can people follow you on social media?
Yeah, if you look me up on Blue Sky, because I'm not going to try and figure out what that handle thing is, because I never changed it from like the .bsky.social. whatever. So just search Asa Green River on Blue Sky, you'll find me. And then I'm on TikTok too. I haven't posted in a minute, but I mean, that's not the place to find me.
Nice.
Zeb, is your Kickstarter still going?
Oh yeah,
it's still going. It's going to end soon, but that's okay. I've been very busy showing the game, and am going to move things still in that direction, but in a slightly different way. So I've been working with Kickstarter behind the scenes on a few things. So
nice.
It is still up, but you can go look at it and see what's there, but no need to rush to be like, oh, I got to back it right now.
I did back it though. I did, yeah, I did. Zeb, what about you?
You can find me at Blue Sky at ZeBear and articles and videos for Gamerheads Podcast.
Nice. Trina, what about you?
You can find me on pretty much anything. Trina with 2 A's, ballerina. And then, of course, you'll also find my articles and news over on the Gamerheads Podcast site. And, of course, we've been adding tons of stuff on YouTube. So, YouTube and TikTok. So, keep your eyes peeled for, clips and our newest podcast series, which is Hey Kiddo, Whispers from the Void.
Yeah, that's exciting. I should also say that any TikTok posts are all of you, Trina. I'm not doing anything with TikTok.
They're all me.
And 90% of the posts on YouTube are also you. Like a 10% is me. So,
but I'm getting Zeb and Jake to contribute as well.
Okay.
So
I made a video.
I'm posting them. They're making them.
Okay.
She's outsourcing.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, the episodes go there, but and then Trina made fun of me because I tried to put a short up. But I put it in the wrong format, and she literally texted me and she's like, were you trying to put a short up? I'm like, how did you know? And yes, I was. She was like, well, you put it in the wrong format, so that's why it's not working. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that. But it's but yeah, it's very funny. And listeners, you can follow me Blue Sky at Rogue Leaders 1976. You can also follow us on Blue Sky at gamerheadspodcast.com. And then, of course, you can go to our website at gamerheadspodcast.com, where you can hear this episode or other episodes and read reviews as well, and see news and articles, and go check out our YouTube channel as well. Just Gamerheads Podcast, and TikTok too. So, well, Asa, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Yeah, very happy to be here.
Nice. Zeb, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me.
And Trina, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Yes, of course.
And listeners, thank you so much for giving us a listen. If you like what you hear, leave us a review. We want to hear what you have to say about the show. We also talked about independent game journalism, and if you want to support independent game journalism, you can do so as well for as low as $3 a month. You can go to patreon.com/gamerheads and support us there too. With that, everyone, until next week, stay safe and game on. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.